All right. Thank you, everyone, for attending here. I'm Leigh Conver. I'm Senior Director, Product Marketing for Data and Intelligence at CDK. And with me, I have Brian Abrams, VP, Product Management, Data Intelligence at CDK. And I'm excited because we get to talk about one of our favorite topics, which is data and how can dealers use data to help improve their business performance. So I'm just going to kick it off with really where it all starts, is the data. Can you talk a little bit about how much data we have, everything you got to go through to get the data actually actionable for dealers to use?
Yeah, sure. So data is the backbone of dealers' operations, OEM operations, and for us to provide digestible, actionable insights at the end of the day. So what we do, and we have to do this efficiently, the data has to be high quality, trustworthy and everything. We have take it out of each one of the CDK systems. It goes through an automated cleansing, structuring, putting it together so it's digestible to actually do analytics off of. And ensuring that the data is quality, it's cleansed. This is what powers all of our data products that all of our customers use.
Yeah, and there's so much data when you think about it, and as you mentioned, really being able to get it to all from all the disparate systems. Talk a little bit about kind of the data we do have access and a little bit how we get each of them.
Yeah, so across the DXP, getting all of the data into our system through that cleansing process that I told you about, that allows us to do analytics that actually crosses and meshes all of those data points together. One of those things that we're doing in Intelligence Suite is we're looking at advertising spends that dealers have, and then we're tying, that's in the DMS, we're tying that data back to leads and sourcing, and then all the way through to conversion. So dealers are actually able to see the ROI on their advertising spends and how many customers that they're bringing in the door and ultimately selling cars to.
Wow, and that's a great example, I think, of data today is so siloed, and you really aren't able to make it actionable in those silos, so being able to put it in that large data warehouse really does build on that. Could you tell, you mentioned Intelligence Suite, can we talk through a little bit about kind of the big offerings in Intelligence Suite that really dealers are using today and to help action?
Yeah, so talking about digestible data, we just launched an executive dashboard that gives key users of Intelligence Suite that really quick view of key metrics across all their dealership. So it's just another example of how we're making it digestible at the end of the day. We have notes and collaboration tools, which is really, really important to connect what the enterprise, the dealer group level, is doing and how they're operating with the store level leadership, all the way down to a service advisor, service manager, sales managers. These collaboration tools allow them to operate more efficiently together and talk about the data that we're actually bringing to them and the actionable insights, and they're actually creating the action through this collaboration.
That's a great point, having that shared view, because if one person's looking at data and sees something different and someone's looking at a different piece of data, it's hard to have that conversation because you're talking about two different kind of data facts. So having everyone at the dealership looking at the same data to be able to do it seems really key.
Yes.
So another topic that you and I are fond of, artificial intelligence, and here at CDK, we talk a lot about hybrid intelligence. For me, that's getting access to the right data, access to the right people, and then making that actionable workflow in there. Talk a little bit about how we're utilizing AI within Intelligence Suite, if you could.
Yeah, well, AI isn't really going to mean anything if you don't have data, and we have lots of data. And with the training of the AI, it can only get smarter and more useful to the users of it. So we use AI across the entire data lifecycle, if you will. When I was talking about extracting the data, how we do that efficiently through automation, we're using AI to do that. We're using AI to cleanse the data. So it's automated, it's efficient, it gets it into the user's hands. Then, once it's in the data warehouse, and it's there to be used, we have Ava Insights, which is a new product that we just launched that I know we love together, where users at any level of the enterprise or the store, when they want to know what their gross profit was last month, they just ask the AI and boom, that data pops out. So that's just one of those results of getting the clean data organized in a place that it's usable, and the AI is doing it for us there.
Yeah, and I think that's a great example of that hybrid intelligence we were talking about. If you think about access to the right data, Ava wouldn't be able to answer those questions if it didn't have access to the right data. But it's not just about data, it's training those models, so having access to the right people that know the dealership to understand how do we take this data and understand what the questions are going to be asked and make sure you get the right answer back.
Right.
And then also built into that workflow, right? So it's not something different, it's simple to use, like Siri on your phone. You can just ask Ava within the dealership experience platform, who are my top 5 salespeople?
Right.
We all know there's some competition. That's been, I think, one of the most popular topics and questions we've gotten on Ava so far. So that's exciting.
And there's thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people using ChatGPT. It's one of those things where consumers, businesses, they get used to doing that. We need to do the same thing with our products and our data because it's just becoming a normal thing.
Yeah, so I love that we're able to harness it into, I know CDK has a lot of great offerings on helping harness with the dealer and their customer experience. This is really helping the dealer itself. Why we talk dealer insights, it's giving those insights, so it's awesome. Another thing I know we're doing with hybrid intelligence is the AI projections.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about how that works?
Yeah, so talking about actionable insights, we're using AI to trend out key metrics for dealers in service and sales. We look at all the historical models and the AI is trained on that. And based on a variety of factors that we can now bring into it, what month of the year it was, like what's the sales cycles, different factors like that the AI can be trained with, it can now project out certain metrics. Hey, what's my new inventory going to look like over the next 6 months? So the dealer can take that, and it's an AI projection, it's trained, and it's going to give you the best answer possible. And now they can take action if they see that their inventory levels are going to be up. Okay, what do I need to do? I need to sink more money into marketing, I need to do a promotion, whatever it is, and that's the actionable insights that come out of the AI projection specifically.
Yeah, and that's a great example too, because I know we have the ROI within the lead analytics. I know we have expense management. These are great AI tools that help assist really a lot of what the dealer already knows to do, but gives them a little more insight based on the data and the training. So that's really nice.
Fun.
I know that's been popular. I think the other one I know that we use the AI with the machine modeling too is the dealers like me. Every dealer I've talked to today about Intelligence Suite has been real excited about that. Can you explain dealers like me to us?
Yeah, so same kind of aspect of how the AI is trained. Dealers like me allows dealers to benchmark their performance in sales, service, leads, any part of the dealership against dealers like them. And the AI is trained to take a lot of different factors, once again, into consideration in identifying which dealers I should be benchmarking against. And there's a whole lot of factors. There's geography, there's radius, and it's quite a big model. And it makes it digestible, and it just pops it out in one metric, dealers like me, and that's where the action can come from.
That's great. And it's another great example of we really couldn't do that if we didn't have access to the data that we have, so that's neat. Another thing that I know we've talked about and just launching now at NADA.
We talk about a lot of things.
We talk too much, don't we? Is when we talk about the comparison, we're just now launching the CDK Industry Insights Dashboard, available to all dealers, included with their dealership experience platform. Tell me a little bit about that offering.
Yeah, another great example of when you have a lot of data, what can you do with it? And Industry Insights, once again, another super exciting thing that we're doing, our team's doing and CDK is doing, is we are showing historical trends across vehicle sales and closed ROs across the entire CDK dealer network, across the US, and we're taking the dealer who's coming in and viewing the dashboard, and they can compare and benchmark themselves at a national level, state level, make, model, new, used, and now they're just looking, hey, how am I selling cars versus the other Toyota dealers in Illinois? Just really cool stuff that gets them pumped up. It gets their teams pumped up, like, hey, we're number one, we're above that. It's just those things that add value and engage them more with the data.
Yeah, that comparison, I know it's really important to dealers because you may be doing well based on how you expect you're going to be doing, but we know they're competitive, being able to show how they're doing against other dealers has been really great.
Dealers are competitive.
Yes.
We got to give it to them.
Yes, they should, and so are we.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you taking all the time today
to
take the topic of data, which is massive, and getting into a digestible format that I think the dealers will really appreciate, understanding how we can harness data to help them. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, this was fun.
Thank you.